Hi, Eric here from Laser Scanning TV. In this video, I have these two black boxes here. We got to see in our stock on secret ways. On this box, we can see here's the brand name Leica, and we can see here BLK360. I think it's just a new small scanner from Leica. In this video, I will unboxing this and have a first look on this new scanner on the market. Stay tuned if you are interested. Gentlemen, now let us unboxing these black boxes. It just looks very stylish. Of course, I think the whole BLK series is, from my point of view, and also many other, is a very stylish product. I think have definitely the design reward for scanners, because it is definitely completely different what everybody else doing, and also from the other Leica instruments. There is really designer take care of. This is the new instrument case what you have. I think a little bit idea what I understand is there was some old wild theodolites. They have a similar housing, and I think they use these. This one, it's very good producted. You also have here some rubber feet. This is stay safe, yeah, because also my companies, yeah, some people like to put this very close to the corner, and that's good, it's safe. But we put it here safe in the middle. Maybe there is a nickname for that. For me, I remember this a little bit like a lunchbox or something, or I've been rescues people, would be red. That would be very perfect for David Hasselhoff in Baywatch. If somebody have some trouble in the water, you can give it to them. No, that's my view. It's maybe there's some names, because we speak about names. I don't know if you know it, but many scanner have nicknames in the market. And what I heard it is the nickname for this scanner, or the previous model, was the Cola Coin, the Coca-Cola Coin Black Series, that's the name. And they have other names like the Iron for some handheld scanner, and we have wristbox scanner, and there's some nicknames. Maybe you have also a nickname for the Leica instrument, then you can leave a comment if there are any nicknames. From my first point of view, it is now the second version of the BLK series, 360 series. There's definitely some improvement for my feeling. It's the housing, it looks really good, and the haptic is also very perfect. As you see, there is some improvements on the system, and also on how they make it. As make it really as a very good view for me, and from the haptic and how everything is here built. Also, it's a very solid system. Even if this is so small. What is the improvements? I think there's the new more cameras, what they use for the VIS system, also the visual initiation system. And I think they have also now a USB port here for dropping down the data. Here you can start the system, and here we have the battery inside. That's the battery. And you get some more batteries in your case. And for loading the batteries, there we have an extra charger here, what can run up to 4 of those batteries. Can put them inside. I think this is pretty like, from the feeling, like if you have Leica instruments, looks very similar. I might make a solid view for me. Okay, I put this back. The battery is definitely not big. This means I think you will change it more often as in bigger scanners, because I think it's only a quarter of a battery, or a half, or 30% of the battery from other vendors. Also not other vendors, for bigger systems. What is also new is we have a housing for the laser beam. The other one was an open mirror. Now we have a housing. This means also they have to change something in the algorithm. If you have any additional glasses in your laser beam, yeah, also in the laser beam way, makes usually trouble. Also that's definitely for a producer not so easy to have covering over your optics, but they have it here. Give you more safety for get dust on your mirror. But on the other hand, I don't know, he will be, and don't make it in the German. I think you have definitely take care, of course. I don't know if there's anything here inside with cleaning these optics. As you have to definitely read the manual if you like to do that you don't get any scratch on this surface. But this is not something specific for Leica. This is specific for all laser scanners. The optics are. You have to be very careful with your optics. Yeah, here you have your adapter. You can put this on the tripod. This is the other case what we have. Here we have a full tripod inside. That's the tripod coming out here. It is on one point a very interesting design. Also this is a full tripod, and is I think the smallest size what you can get. I think that's the good one. If you want to use it, you like to use it, you have to change this. There's here some, I think that's here a marker, and then you can mark it here. And then you have here some some points where you can, I think you hear there's some clicks, and now it is ready to use, and then you have to open up this. I will show you shortly. So that's how it works, and then you can put your scanner here on top, and then you have it. Okay, it's very nice design and idea, but from my point it's also a weak point because I don't have the feeling that it's very stable and solid tripod. From my point, I wouldn't recommend it to use this on the long run, bigger projects, stuff like that. I will show you why. It's one point is this is the full size of the tripod, yeah, and if I show it here on the side, I don't measure it, but I have feeling it is maybe only 120 or something, 120 centimeters. And if you put a scanner on top and you like to measure something in a room, that is the lowest one you can get to get some points here on to see the upside here from the windows opening here. And we have here a normal tripod, and you can see this is the height difference, and we have one more here, as we can do one more out. Yeah, you see that's one more. We definitely up higher. If you putting now the scanner on top, you are on 160, or you can be even 180. I think that I would recommend it for very good scanning position in the room. We have also here a bubble for make it horizontal, and this is aluminium here. We have here solid carbon fiber, and this is aluminium casting material, as is aluminium. And in this one, we have here a kind of plastic molding, or a plastic. It's a plastic part coming from plastic process. And also, I don't know, it's also plastic here. I don't know if there's some metal inside. We don't open it. And I think that's definitely not solid over the long run. I think this will be very, yeah, unstable, my feeling. But maybe some of you use it and tell the information. I think that is very something for if you want to travel with something what is very short in case of a normal one. But this is also not so big. Yeah, I think they don't make it higher because of the size, and maybe also because it's so lightweight and the safety that is not dropped down, because also the feet is smaller as from this one. Yeah, I think that's something. It is definitely interesting design, but I don't think so as for a heavy user. It is a very useful product. I don't know, but this is my personal opinion. Maybe you can leave some comments. I think that's there we have it here. It's not more in the box, it's some charging tool. And later we will do some scans with the new scanner, and then we will have a look in the scan data, and we can tell you a little bit more to the new BLK 360 scanner. Hi guys, I'm back. We just charged the batteries, and then how you can operate. You have an app here, and you can connect the app. You have here a sheet. There's your QR code, goes from Google. I use Google here, but it's also iPhone app if possible. We have it here, and then we have here another card. There's your WLAN key, and then you can connect this device. I think this was very intuitive. We get this easily run with some clicks and some codes, stuff like that. And then you have an option here. I think I already does 2 setups here. I don't know. I'm not sure if I can. Yeah, if you jump inside here, I was like, I'll show you. I think the VIS system is activated. I think this is maybe this button here to activate the VIS system, and then we have here the size. I think now we make a large size. I think maybe we can, as a high point density, maybe we can choose a little bit lower point density. And then we have here, I think with off, we can take the pictures off. I think actually the pictures are off. Then we should change them and make them to HDR. And then we have it here. And then I think finally you push only the button, and then the scanner starts the scanning process. Now it's ready. Now it's ready with storage, because we don't try this running with the scanner without. And then now you see first results, and then now we move to another place. You can see it here live, how this system is working, and give us the other position. And now I start the scan again. It's a very intuitive system. Now we get some first pictures here, but this looks a little bit dark. As we don't have here the best light condition. That's very good for HDR testing. Yeah, that's quick. I think it's a pre-version. What I can say is you have 3mm accuracy, I think, on lowest point. Yeah, on the lowest point, 3mm accuracy on 10 meters, and then how more far you away, I think the accuracy then goes really down. It is not compatible from the datasheet to an RTC 360, but for indoor scanning, it's definitely, I think, for many applications, total okay. Yeah. Also, what I can say, I like the concept how this is programmed, and you can use it at customer. I think that's pretty awesome. Also, it's very intuitive and have a good look. And now we have it here. And now we jump here to 2D. Now I think it's collected. Both are collected. And maybe we have here the 3D view, and the 3D view is already in color. That's cool. That's already mapped on. That's very, and the overlap looks pretty good. I can say to you that's a pretty good, also from the first view, but the overlap, I don't know if the overlap is very good, but because we have to look this here in details, but what I like is the quality of the color quality from the picture, also the color overmapping the picture quality in this HDR mode here. Okay, we are done indoor and we will leave it and make some scans outdoor. So we are now outside. We had some trouble before with setup, but I think maybe we have lost this information. We start the scan anew, but then we do a couple of scans for the German video, and everything was working. We are outside, and this is definitely minus degrees here. I think the recommended temperatures may be 0 or 5 degrees only. Also it's normally not recommended this weather, but we make here hard testing with the system. So then I activate now this system. I say we will have HDR and we want to have the highest resolution possible. It's this one. Okay. And then we actually are doing a start from the system. And now it's blinking. And now the system starts doing scans. And I think we've done it before. It works. We later work to another position where the scanner is more in the sunlight, that we have also different sunlight optics. Also different sunlight. The sunlight is on the optic. This sometimes have also impacts on laser scanners. It's interesting to see, and also the picture quality. Now we have this HDR picture, but you see now is a full resolution HDR. It definitely took more time, like details like 120 or something. We don't measure it, but it maybe can be. Maybe we can check this. Okay. Then we do some other positions, and then later we do these result. Yeah, laser scanner friends, I'm back in the office. It's also a few days later. We had some other things to do, but now I have a little bit time to play around with the data. I do a little bit the unconventional way. I exported the data as E57, and then I use it in software where I have access to. I try a little bit the cloud compare, but I find it's not so useful. I'm more familiar with other programs, and then I make some research here in point cap software and okay, in Varocin, yeah, because we have it. I imported 3 E67 files here. We see the setups here. You can see them. And yeah, we imported this, and I make a registration. You can see the results. It's pretty good, like 2 millimeters average scan distance. It is only the raw point cloud data. There's no any other information like includometer, GPS, sensor data. We don't can use it. It's only the point cloud by themselves. Pretty good results. And what I see here is a little bit dark, this intensity picture. I don't know, I thought also a little bit on this demo data set, what we find there in the internet. I don't know, maybe you can leave a comment, is this usually, or that's more a problem from E57 and import here in the Faro software, or it also looks like in other program like Recap or Leica program. This was something what I would be interested in. Yeah, and let me back, I do some checking of the data. You see this car, it's white, and then we have here some chrome. That's not, it's a part of, the wheel is a part of black and chromish, yeah. And I make a detailed view of this. And originals comes like this with these little bit bigger point cloud and looks like typically like this one. But I move it back to a smaller point size, and you see here the side view from the scan data close on the white car is pretty good. Here the side, it's a little bit unstructured, like there's some lines stuff, but it looks like a little bit unstructured. But on the other side you see also the scan lines. But the interesting part is the wheel area, and you see it is not really the edges are not really sharp. You see this is a little bit smooth and some stray points. I think that's just a little bit the limitation of the scanner. The scanner definitely issues with the dark surface. You see here, this is the ground points. There's pretty good here, the ground scans from the single stones. But you see, they have really problems with these dark surface and also these chromish parts here. I think that's just a little bit the limitation from the scanner. And for this, I also checked some other areas. Let me go back. The other areas are a little bit here, this area here. And there's one point we have this drain pipe here. And you see everything that was a little bit, I think is maybe also shiny steel or blue. And you see it's just a little bit more noise as the other points on the wall. And then I go a little bit below, and there we have these metal sheets here, these with wave structure. And we can see we have the wave structure here too. But you see, there's on some areas like here on the bottom, it's a little bit upcoming. You see more straight points. And for this, I go finally another data area, what I was pretty interested. And this is here on the other side here from my scan. Because here's a car staying, and I check out the car 70 meters, like 45 feet or something. In front of the car, and this looks like here from the point, this is a gray car. And so I do here the 3D view again. I have to wait on my view. And then now I targeting here my rotation point on this new place. Okay, now we have it. And now you see, this is 6 millimeter point spacing, yeah. And that's gray. And you see that on long distance, like even this 6 millimeter, not really far. And there's one big point. If you see it here, we don't have any side information from the car. Also from the view, it's maybe 2 less points. And then some filter take them out. As you see, there's a limitation, I think, if you're having another scanner like an RTC 360 or a Faro, also a higher class scanner with a better laser, you definitely will have more points here. That's definitely the limitation, what you see, what is an entry market scanner, the limitation for this kind of scanner. And with this information, I will resume, or no, I can also show you a little bit more. If you go here, we have it here, I do also something in point cap. We have here a point cap overview. Here we see the scene in front view and side views. And I also put a slice here in this van was staying there. And I think I have this slice already here. This is my slice. And there I make also a measurement of the thickness, and they had around 1 centimeter moving there on the gray. The truck is a gray color. Yeah. And you see this is a little bit some of the limitation. On the other hand, I check here the white wall. And there we have a pretty good result here from there we had also 1 centimeter, but this is like 50 meters from the scanner. But you see here the single points, and you also see here if you get side scans information, then you get some stray points more. But for, I think, many architectural applications, this definitely enough. And this is my white car here from the, that's also pretty good. I always say you, this data shows you this new scanner is definitely from the laser power. Is this an entry market system? But for indoor application, maybe the same good like a more expensive one, maybe not the same speed. I like this handling, the app, it's very easy to use. That's definitely a very good system for many customer. Only if you have complex application outside where you need high resolution, or you need you have complex or tricky surfaces like shiny or black surface, then it's maybe the new Leica Gen 2 360 scanner not the best choice, and you should go to a higher, better system like an RTC or other brands. That's also my summary. I would be interesting if somebody from you check out the data too and have some data sets there and make also some chat and leave a comment if my information, what I find out, the same what you find out, your scanner, because it's pretty new and I do a little bit the unconventional way. I don't use any Leica software, but usually if you export this as E57, imported this should be work as standard export-import format. With this, I will close my show. Yeah, I say bye-bye. Don't forget, give me a thumb up if you like what I present here. and also subscribe to the channel and maybe tell your friends, you know, we are a niche channel and we need every help to say YouTube algorithm that our channel is a good one. Bye bye, Eric.